It's going to be Randy Fine, Rabbi Shmuley, Miriam Adelson, and Ben Shapiro. I think that's a tough poll.
I think if he already added it, then he did it already. So then it's done.
No,
so whoever's
Colin, can you amend it? Is that something you can do?
Yeah, I'm already doing that.
All right. Thank you, Colin.
Thank you, Colin. So, as we mentioned, again, the thing that we try to do on our live streams, we've been doing it for a while, is continuity. Well, here's continuity coming home full circle. So, Leora Rez, who we mentioned earlier, the rich bitch Zio Jew who has basically made it her mission in life to ruin people's lives like James Lee's, she put this list together of who she perceives to be the top 10 anti-Semites of the year.
Of the year. See, James wasn't big enough for this list. He was an anti-Semite of the week at some point. I don't know which week. I don't know which week he got, like if he got like a fancy week or a not as important week. But these are the anti-Semites of the year finalists. Okay, we've got Tucker Carlson, Miss Rachel, Guy Christensen, Marsha Cross, Bryce Mitchell. Don't know who that is. Is he some MM fighter or something
MMA.
like that? He looks like it. He's got cauliflower ear. Calla Walsh. Calla Walsh. I don't know who she is either. Is she a UK person or something?
I believe so. Stu Peters. He's a commentator. Know him. Anna Kasparian, Cenk Uygur, and Cynthia Nixon.
Okay, so let's just say right off the bat that two of these 10 people have been on our show. So there's that. That's kind of cool. Marsha Cross and Cynthia Nixon is really funny to me because, it's like you've got Melrose Place and Sex and the City going on, but I don't know if there are any real contest. I don't know if anybody makes a powerful enough contest for anti-Semitism than Miss Rachel. I can't think of anybody more frightening and offensive to Jewish people in the diaspora and more harmful than a woman who sings about saving children. I can't think of anything more horrifying. So Miss Rachel is honestly, this was so absurd to me. I sent it to Peter. I'm like, it would be like if Mr. Rogers was named like Christian Nationalist of the Year. That's how ridiculous this is.
The thing about this list, and I think about the people on here, and I look at somebody like Bryce Mitchell, and then I look at somebody like even Jake Shields or Dan Bilzerian. Yeah, these are alpha macho type guys that do not like, again, they think of Jews in the context of the stereotypical weakling Jew, and that's not the issue here. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of them are, Zio scumbags themselves. It's the people like the Elon Cars, people like Shmuley. Those are the people that are the real problem.
Well, they don't have a single Jewish person on this list, which is interesting because they would refer to me as anti-Semitic. They would refer to Katie as anti-Semitic, to Max, to Aaron, all of us, Jordan. We're all anti-Semites. But notice how they didn't put any Jews on this list.
Correct. And that's probably not by mistake because they understand that the narrative is not working for them. Anna Kasparian, she is again, she can be a total bitch on wheels. And when she locks in on something, she is relentless about it. And she does not give one iota about any of that bullshit at all. She knows that standing with the Palestinians is right. And she's basically telling people, bring it on. Come at me, bro. Like, that's what she's doing. Cenk, we all know Cenk loves a good fight. And hopefully Cenk is planning on coming back on the show soon. So
this is patently absurd. Okay. I don't know all these people, but the people that I do know, even ones I don't like, they don't have a problem with Jews. None of the people that I know on here are problem with Jews. And I have not, always had like the best things to say about Anna Kasparian in the past, but she doesn't have a problem with Jews. That's just stupid.
No.
This is not serious. This is not serious. And the only people that take this seriously are people that are already in that echo chamber. That's why it's entertaining. Nobody is going to wake up and be like, oh, wow, Miss Rachel's an anti-Semite. I didn't know that. Nobody's thinking that.
In the case of Marsha Cross and Cynthia Nixon, especially Marsha Cross is one of the, she is right there with Joaquin Phoenix and, Rooney Mara. basically was very vocal about not just Hind Rajab, but also the movie that came out about Hind Rajab. I mean, Marsha Cross has used her platform. She's
so
very
Cynthia Nixon from the very beginning of this. I mean,
yeah.
But again, this is just silly.
Again, these are people that speak out against the state of Israel. And Jen, if you could also explain to the audience who is still not understanding that when you say anti-Semite, you are talking about predominantly Ashkenazis who are not Semites, and yet
Correct.
they will not stop talking about this. Again, they show their whole ass in terms of how absolutely ignorant and stupid they really are.
Yeah. I mean, and at this point, I think we have just accepted that saying anti-Semitic is meaning anti-Jewish. That's just what it's meant, but it really isn't. So it is kind of silly. And again, not only are these people not, I mean, they're not anti-Jewish and they're not anti-Semitic.
Stu Peters would fall into that category as well. Now, I will say,
I don't know who that is. Like that, those I didn't know.
No, he's a commentator, and so, but the person that I want to point out in terms of commentators, Guy Christensen, is basically a kid, and he has done incredible work. Not only has he been doing incredible investigative journalism like James Lee, but Guy Christensen is one of the biggest supporters out there that you will find for Butch Ware, who's running for governor of California on the Green Party ticket that we are supporting as part of the Revolutionary Change PAC. If you are not familiar with Guy Christensen, you're definitely going to want to check out his work. And he has zero fucks to give.
He's a great kid. He's a kid. He's a kid.
Yep.
Like they're picking on a kid. I mean, and I know that he is, and I know he's an adult, but like to me, he's younger than my boys. So he's a kid. And I think he's doing amazing work. I think he's adorable. I think he is fighting for the right things. He's speaking out. He's getting a very sort of quick indoctrination into Revolutionary 101.
Oh, yeah.
Putting himself out there for sure.
I'm sure he's getting more and more radicalized by the day. There is no question about it. But in the end, there are two people on this list that actually have power. That is Miss Rachel and Tucker Carlson. So it is painfully obvious that it is likely going to be one of the two that are going to win this wonderful award that makes no sense.
Oh, please let it be Miss Rachel.
So we'll start with
You
Tucker
can't
Carlson.
Make that shit up.
No, we'll start with Tucker Carlson. So Tucker is somebody who has had to make a lot of amends for a lot of the things that he has advocated for and has done over the years. Probably the most obvious is the fact that he once was maybe not the most vocal person in the world like a Sean Hannity or a Mark Levin, but he did advocate for the war in Iraq. He did. And he has apologized profusely for it. He has felt that he has to pay his penance as a result. And for almost the entire time, he has been on the side of Palestine, which you would think somebody like him wouldn't do such a thing. But I do believe that that's one of the main reasons why he lost his position at Fox News.
Absolutely. Absolutely it is. I mean, I don't think that anybody questions that. I mean, the timing is just too obvious.
So when somebody says, I don't trust Tucker Carlson, again, what is there to trust?
I don't either, but I don't think he's an anti-Semite. I think that's silly. And
so therein lies, okay, so JD wants to say Tucker's one of the worst warmongers of all time.
Then have it be warmonger of all time, and then maybe he would be a contender.
And I would say
anti-Semite is silly.
And I would say 20 years ago, that would definitely be reasonable. I'm not saying that it isn't. But as of this moment right now, here and now, in this moment in time, there is nobody outside of Candace Owens or alongside Candace Owens that is having a greater impact on Christian Zionists in this country than Tucker Carlson. They know he's dangerous. That's why they have to come after him. That's why they had to come after James Lee. When you fly too close to the sun and you're speaking truth in a way that really reveals what's going on here, they are going to do everything in their power to break you in half. They don't have any other option, because the truth is overwhelming the population now, which is why they have to resort to these pathetic tactics. And that's why they're not going to be able to shut all of the opinionated rich people down, which is why you heard what Michael Eisenberg had to say, Hillary Clinton had to say, and of course what Elon Carr had to say. And we only showed you 3 clips. I guarantee you, if we dug a little deeper into that Uber Wealth Conference on behalf of Israel that just took place in New York, there's probably a lot more commentary that was done that is very volatile in regards to how they feel about the United States, America First type people that want nothing to do with Israel. And finally, we come to the most important person of all, and that is Miss Rachel. Somebody who goes out of her way now to show her support for Palestine any chance she gets. And it was initially not like that when this first started. She simply said, I don't think children should be mass murdered. And they decided to make an example of her. So then in turn, she decided to make an example of them. She is basically a woman who is making it her mission in life now, if it kills her, to break the Zionist state. And I could not be more proud to support that lady in everything she does.
I love Miss Rachel. I love you, Miss Rachel. I did a very good homage to Miss Rachel. I thought I was a cute Miss Rachel.
You were, indeed. Listen, a lot of people thought you were like a dead ringer for her, like you could have been a doppelganger.
I know. I really wish she saw that. Like, I'd love for her, look, here's the thing. Even if I never met her or she didn't come on our show, I just would love for her to see that, just know that she saw that, because I dig her.
Listen, between you and I hope and pray that she wins it.
Oh, I want her to win too.
Give it to her.
Absurd.
Please.
It's the most absurd. Although, really, is it any more ridiculous than that crazy bitch winning a Nobel Prize? Like, we're sort of in a world where, yeah, the Nobel Prize winner is a warmongering capitalist, and a person who is praying for world peace and saving children is an anti-Semite. Like, we are in very strange times. Like, these things don't mean anything anymore. Like, do you think for a second Miss Rachel gives a shit if she's called an anti-Semite of the year?
Jay, and I highlight JD, and I highlight you for a reason, brother, because you've been with us from the very beginning. We always remember those that have been with us the whole time. And you know what? JD's right, Jen. You should just figure out a way to post.
You need to do it. I'm not on any of those things. You got to send it to her. You're me on social media.
Rachel, if you can lend a hand with this, I would say that would be helpful. And as Rachel likes to say, Miss Rachel is a precious blueberry.
She is a precious blueberry.
Colin, what are the results of our poll? I cannot wait to see this.
You want me to end it here?
Yeah, what are we going to do? We're going to wrap, right?
Yeah, so I think that this is a good plug. Well, I want the audience to know for sure exactly where this lands. So yes, if you happen to have the poll ready, we would obviously like to see who at this point is on. Don't end it. The franchise. No, we have to. Our live stream is winding down.
Guys, if you would so kindly go over to Punch Up Pod. They are going to be live at 9:30 after us, and I end up hanging out there in the chat room.
Yeah, there you go. They can chit chat.
So go over. Yes, guys. So go over when we're done here. Go over to Punch Up Pod.
Colin, what is the results?
All right. So the results with 139 votes. In fourth place, we have Ben Shapiro with 22%. Third place, we have Rabbi Shmuley with 23%.
Wow.
Second place is Randy Fine with 27%. And then first place is Miriam Adelson with 28%.
It's still pretty like in quarters. It's not, I mean, yeah. So most people went with Mary Madison, and I get it because that's at the end of the day, that's where the bucks are coming from, right? Like, I mean, that makes the most sense in terms of who actually has caused the most damage is the person paying for these policies. It makes sense. So, yeah.
That's a good one.
You know what? And, it's interesting. So little Ben was all the way at the end.
Well, he was, but was he really though? Like, it was just the difference of a few votes. That's why they say your vote matters. I mean, think about it. It wasn't like a runaway or anything. It could have a few votes here and there could have been the difference. 28, 27, 23, 22%. That's crazy.
Say his name.
Ben Shapiro! I mean, he really knocked himself out.
Oh, it's so funny. It never gets old. I swear it never gets old.
How the hell could it? It
does not get old. It's so freaking funny.